Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today, what I have for you guys is another GTA 5 Online video, and of course, it is Tuesday, which means tomorrow is Wednesday, and that is when Rockstar previews the upcoming event week news and information for that update dropping at about 4 to 5 a.m. Central Standard Time in the US. Convert that to your local time zone to find out when that is for you in your local area. But on Tuesday, I like to give you guys a reminder and a refresher of all the opportunities that you guys may be missing out on if you don't log into the game in time, because this week we have some excellent ones, from some different money bonuses or just general business bonuses and business discounts in the game that will help you make a ton of money faster and a lot easier in this game. But also we have some excellent rare and removed vehicles that return to the game for a limited time only this week, and they will be going away here in the next about 48 hours or so, or about 42 hours or so from the time that this video gets posted. So definitely keep an eye out. With that being said, let's jump in. At the LS Car Meet, we have some excellent rare and removed vehicles for the week, or at least one that really stands out to most players. So let's just start off with that one. This is the Fister 811 over on the left right here. This is an exceptional supercar, super high top speed, amazing acceleration. You are going to struggle with handling just a little bit in sharp corners because it's more suited for, of course, tracks with long straightaways or like long windy S-curves, things like that. But it's overall just a highly desirable vehicle to own despite those handling quirks. Players love it. It's definitely a fan favorite. And so if you want to unlock this Fister 811, you can get it here and purchase it for $1,135,000. Next up, this is the Vapid Blade. This car is going to combine surprising supercar rivaling acceleration, but you also get really good durability. It's inspired by the 1965 Ford Falcon. Handling isn't really going to be the best because it understeers like crazy and in like a very unique way in my opinion, but overall still pretty fun as a muscle car for like racing and car chases, things like that. If you want to pick it up, $160,000. Next up, this is the Hijack Rustin. This is actually inspired by the Vol 05, and you obviously get quick acceleration and agile cornering with this car because you can see it looks super lightweight, more like something like a super beefy go-kart or something, but it's surprisingly sturdy and resilient if you crash it, despite it being super lightweight and probably looking like it would crumple like a piece of tinfoil. But it's got a nice open top design. The downside is you're very vulnerable to gunfire because of that, so obviously just keep that in mind. You're going to get headshotted really easily, and the performance in races is not going to be excellent as well because it doesn't have the best traction. You'd figure something like this would stay planted to the ground and just would zip and zoom all over the place, but it actually doesn't maintain traction too well. But either way, if you do want to purchase it, $430,000 this week. Here at Simeon's Car Dealership, aka Premium Deluxe Motorsport, we have some more rare and removed vehicles, so let's check them out in game right here. Starting off, let's actually talk about this Dinka Jester race car first. Of course, this is inspired by the 2015 Honda and Acura NSX. This is an excellent sports car. Got a super competitive top speed, agile handling, exceptional performance, especially like, you know, if you were to drive it in the snow last year or probably this upcoming year, if you actually are playing GTA Online over the Christmas holiday, or, you know, even just in the rain because the handling is going to be very similar. This car maintains excellent traction. It's just really good for like challenging weather conditions, but it's got some good durability, just overall really good performance. The unfortunate thing is this is the race car version of the Dinka Jester, meaning you can't remove this race car livery. You can't just, you know, paint it in a certain color and that's it. I mean, you still can paint it, but either way, this is what you got right here. If you do want to pick it up, $355,750. Next up, the Rapid GT. This is basically the same as what we saw last week with the Rapid GT Cabrio, so I'll just go over it very fast. It's a car that's got strong acceleration, average top speed, not very responsive. It's got a wide turning radius, poor crash resilience. It's like, it's still fine. It sounds like I'm crapping on this vehicle. You just need to play to its strengths, which there aren't many of, but nonetheless, kind of a cool looking car. If you want to pick it up, it is going to cost you $132,000. One of the main advantages of driving the Rapid GT is it's super, super cheap. Next up, the Vapid Hustler. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you guys know I just don't like the way this car performs, but let's talk about it. I'll try not to let my hatred for it get in the way. The Hustler is going to match the speed of comparable muscle cars, but it's going to fall short, in my opinion at least, in the handling and braking department. I find it challenging to control, especially on sharp corners and dirt roads. Not that it's supposed to have supercar handling or anything like that, but nonetheless, it is what it is. It does have a bad propensity for oversteer, and again, just kind of poor performance on like sharp turns, you know, technical tracks, things like that. But The main advantage, the one thing I could say, especially with this livery on it right here, if you are a fan of hot rods, definitely pick up the Vapid Hustler because it's a fun, albeit flawed ride in my opinion. $666,000. Oh, that's pretty expensive for what you're getting with this car. Next up, this is the one I was driving at the beginning of today's video, the Benefactor Feltzer. Everyone loves this OG vehicle and it is finally back in game. This is world renowned for its quick acceleration. It's got really good drifting capabilities. It's got some really good and extensive customization options. You can completely personalize this car to your liking. Obviously, top speed isn't going to be super high. It's going to lag behind other sports cars, and the braking can be better as well, but nonetheless, super good looking car, and I definitely recommend you pick one of these up. It's also not very expensive at all. $145,000 right here. This is definitely, if there's going to be one car from Simeon's you get this week, this would be it right here, and then followed by the Dink Adjuster race car and the Rapid GT. And then next up for a bike, we have the LCC Avarice. This is actually a pretty cool chopper. It's got good top speed, really tight turning radius for a chopper as well. It's actually pretty viable in motorcycle races. You are going to struggle in traction and the control department, especially if you decide to hit any dirt or like sand patch if you're driving up by sandy shores. It's inspired by the Orange County Choppers T-Rex, and the Avarice features a really cool design in this game. It's going to appeal to many chopper enthusiasts, I think, but of course, you may kind of recognize this already. It's similar to the LCC Sanctus. In fact, that's a unique Halloween styling variant of the LCC Avarice. I find the Sanctus way cooler, but nonetheless, the Avarice as itself, just on its own, does look pretty nice as well. If you do want to pick it up, it is going to run you $143,360 this week. So jumping into our reminder of the bonuses, of course, continuing for the next few days here into Thursday morning before we get the new weekly event. Let's just talk about the nightclub bonuses. We have double the popularity on your nightclub management mission. So whether it's for doing the little troublemaker and the VIP ejection missions, where, or at least in the case of the troublemakers, a blue dot shows up on your map in the nightclub, you could bounce those people out of your club. You not only get 10 grand, but you also get double the popularity for taking care of your nightclub. If you see the little default person icon on the minimap in your nightclub, you can drive that VIP and escort them either to a hospital or towards their home. You make $10,000 for that, and you also get double the popularity. But if you call up, English Dave, or you do the nightclub management missions for Tony, things like that, that'll also give you double popularity, but those aren't necessarily worth it. We also have, and when it comes to nightclub popularity, you keep your nightclub popularity between 90 and 100%, and you get $50,000 donated, and basically that money will show up in your nightclub wall safe every single 48 in-game minutes, every single in-game day, so you can of course keep your max popularity that way, and it's super effective for making money in this game. The nightclub wall safe is super good at cash generation, but not only that, we have double the production speed on nightclub warehouse goods. So your nightclub is going to be producing stock twice as fast. Instead of it taking almost 40 hours to fill up your nightclub in total, it'll take just under 20 hours. And when it comes to making money fast with the nightclub warehouse, you want to focus on your South American imports as well as your pharmaceutical research. When your South American imports fills up, it is time to sell your nightclub, because at that same time, pharmaceutical research will be filled up, cash creation will be basically there as well, and these three will all fill up. You could sell these. These take a while. Cargo and shipment, sporting goods, these are all the ones you want to focus on. Do not focus on organic produce, printing and copying. I talked about this stuff in my money guide for the weekly update. If you check out that video from Friday here on the channel, that's basically a full nightclub guide. I don't want to go into all the details in this video, but double the production speed on nightclub warehouse goods. You'll be producing, and basically what you can do is AFK all night or all day while you're at work or school, come back, and you will almost have a nightclub sale ready to go. Now, not only that, we do have double money and double RP on the featured series this week, triple money and RP on HSW races, as well as a double money and double RP on the Madrazo hits. Now, I'm not outside to showcase to you what the Madrazo hits look like, but I guess while I talk about it, I can go run outside. Madrazo hits, you do need to own a bail office for. They show up on the map as like a little dollar sign and a crosshair, and like a bullseye target, right, from a weapon. You do that, you go over there, you call up or you text Martin Madrazo, he'll contact you, giving you a photo of the target you need to take out and the certain weapon you're supposed to use to take them out. If you take them out with that weapon he wants you to use, you'll be normally making $30,000, but with double money on those, it's once a day, you'll be making $60,000. So you can see on the minimap here, this is where you can find the Madrazo hit for today. I'm recording this Monday afternoon. I could go over here and do it real fast, but if you complete 3 Madrazo hits this week as well for the weekly challenge, you will make $100,000. So even if you're not a fan of, I wouldn't recommend getting the bail office for this specific bonus itself, but it is good if you already have the bail office, because you could do the Madrazo hits, make $420,000, and from this week from doing all 7 of them, but also you'll make 100 grand on top of that for doing 3 in total. Peyote plants have returned to the game this week as well, so those continue. Log into the game and you'll get the Sasquatch outfit, and don't forget, if you complete any 3 races this week, you'll get $200,000 in game within 72 hours of completion. Rockstar said you also get the Dark Mana racing suit, or at least that's what the news was on Wednesday, but Thursday morning, and this update came around, players weren't getting the Dark Mana racing suit. Don't worry, it's not a glitch, it's just how the weekly updates, sometimes when Rockstar previews the information early to select Rockstar Games social club accounts and things like that, well, a lot of things are subject to change, or basically all of it is. It usually doesn't. Sometimes if we don't receive an item in game that they promise us, that's why. I guess it just alleviates them from responsibility and liability, things like that. So just a quick reminder on our discounts now. Our major property discount for the next essentially just under 48 hours here, probably 42 hours or so if you guys are watching this video right when it drops. We do have the nightclub properties, upgrades, and modifications. These are all 30% off. So if you check out the nightclub properties on Mazebank Foreclosures, as that website, you can choose any of the locations around the map. I would recommend either you go with the La Mesa one, some people go with Vespucci Canals or Del Perro. That's a pretty decent location. I do West Vinewood because I have most of my businesses up here. I just recommend wherever you have your main cluster of all your other businesses, just put your other businesses there, keep them all in a similar spot. I would stay away from the Elysian Island location or even LSIA. I mean, that one's like, okay, it's better than Elysian Island, but this one truly is the absolute worst. Either way, any of these nightclub locations, you get your nightclub style, your light rig, nightclub name, dancers, and dry ice. Those are all cosmetic options, but your storage for your goods warehouse as well as the garage space, those are also 30% off as well. So this is going to be one of the main money makers for the nightclub besides the wall safe and keeping your popularity up, and obviously having a bunch of garage space is very nice as well. On Legendary Motorsport though, we have a bunch of different vehicle discounts to talk about. The Ubermacht Niobe is going to be on sale for $1,316,000 or 30% off. All of these discounts that we're going to be talking about for vehicles are all 30% off, so I'm just going to list off the prices. The Grati Turismo Maggio, one of the best handling supercars in the game, $1,991,000 on sale. Definitely worth it. This is going to be one of the fastest sports cars as well, especially with the HSW. This thing goes insanely fast. The Panola Carouse, $1,393,000. Decent pickup right there. We have some other options scrolling down. The Pegassi Zaruso. This is going to be on par actually with the Krieger. This goes like 2.5 miles an hour less than the Krieger. So if you were a fan of that car back in the day, especially when the Diamond Casino and Resort update came out, you will definitely like the Pegassi Zaruso as well. So we have that. You know, obviously everyone loved the Krieger, people love the Emirates, things like that, but the Zaruso is very, very good as well. Scrolling on down even further, the Ocelot XA21. This was actually a removed vehicle, but it was added back into the game because I'm pretty sure now you can get Imani Tech on here, at least when it comes to like a missile lock on jammer, I'm pretty sure. But either way, $1,662,500 on sale. In the 4-door section, the Gallivanter Baller STD is on sale for $1,200,500. We have the Lampadati Cinque Mila also on sale for $1,218,000. This is a decent pickup because it's a good Imani Tech vehicle and it doesn't cost you a fortune, or it won't cost you a fortune. Pegassi Toros, arguably the best SUV that you could drive in the game, one of the fastest as well, like top 3 I would say for the SUVs class, right there with the Rebel GTS. This is on sale for $348,600, so definitely worth that as well. And then if we go on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have some more cars that you could pick up. So the Vapid Dominator GT, this is going to be on sale $1,536,500, and then we have one more to talk about. This is the Classy Tahoma Coupe. This is actually a pretty fun muscle car to drive around. You can get this for just over $1 million right here. This is basically what a bunker is going to sell for. We don't have anything on Warstock. We don't have anything on Elitist Travel or anything like that. Rockstar said that the Pfister Comet S2 was going to be 30% off for this week, but as we discussed over on Thursday, that didn't come true. That discount is not in the game. Whenever we get the Wednesday news and, you know, information preview on the upcoming event week, that always comes with the asterisk of these things are being subject to change, or, you know, Rockstar reserves the right to change them. So we report on news from different sources on Wednesday. That's accurate. That's what Rockstar sends those people, and that's dispersed out to the community. But then on Thursday morning, if we don't get a discount like on the Comet S2, it's not very common that that happens, but 2 of the things this week, the Comet S2 isn't on discount, and you're not supposed to be getting that Dark Mana racing suit for completing 3 races. You're just supposed to be getting $200,000. So just keep that in mind. Rockstar always reserves the right to change things. They don't typically do. We haven't seen that in a long, long time, but this is just one of the weeks where we had 2 things where they promised a day earlier that we were going to see them. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your Lucky Wheel podium vehicle for the rest of this weekly update is the Pfister Comet S2, which is a beautiful looking Porsche here in this game. It's basically a one-to-one recreation here of the 992 Porsche 911. It's amazing. It's a good car. It's rear engine, rear wheel drive. It does have this awful pendulum effect in the game though, unlike Porsche's IRL, where they just have insane traction, insane levels of grip. This thing likes to slide around a lot in this game, despite it being a very quick car. Still, you know, I would say good enough traction. It's not going to be sliding off the road all the time. It just does not perform how you would expect a Porsche to be performing in this game. And especially when you compare it to like the Pfister Comet SR or the normal OG Pfister Comet, this thing kind of sucks in comparison. But that being said, it's not a bad vehicle, especially if you can win it for free. So definitely spin the lucky wheel, try and unlock. You have, you know, a spin on Tuesday. If you're watching this on Tuesday, April the 8th, you have Wednesday and early Thursday morning, of course, before the new weekly update comes out. But let's just check out what we are going to win here. We're going to get so close, but we're going to get clothing. Is it going to be anything good? The Slick. I don't even know what that is. Is that a shirt? Is that just like a mask? I have no idea. Here at the LS Car Meet, you could see our prize ride is that Pegassi Zaruso, which was one of the vehicles that is also on discount this week. So if you do want to win, I scrolled all the way down for no reason. The prize ride challenge is just winning LS Car Meet Series races for 2 days in a row. Definitely worth it. Like I said, one of GTA Online's faster supercars in the game. It definitely competes with the Krieger. Not that the Krieger is one of the fastest either, or not that the Krieger is the fastest, but it's one of the fastest. And so overall, the Zaruso is definitely a top pick just for top speed purposes, but it's got great acceleration. And I would say it also has amazing traction and amazing braking, which overall is good for you as a driver because this car will set you a very, very fast lap time, or you could set one driving this car. Definitely worth it and trying to unlock this week. At the salvage yard for the remainder of this weekly event, of course, on the left here, this is a mid-range vehicle. It's the Obey Omnis featured in the Podium robbery. In the middle, it's the Lampadati Casco, yet another mid-range vehicle featured in the McToney robbery. And then on the right, featured in the Gangbanger robbery, we have the Benefactor SM722 top-range vehicle. But again, none of these are claimable for the week, or for the remainder of this week, I should say. Here at the gun van for the remainder of this week, we do have 30% off the railgun continuing. We have the combat shotgun featured here, the compact EMP launcher, which is going to be 30% off for GTA Plus members, the sweeper shotgun, the advanced rifle, as well as the pool cue. If you're going to buy anything from GTA this week at the gun van, make sure it's the railgun. This is a super important purchase. It's worth it at 100% MSRP value, but at 30% off, you absolutely cannot pass it up. Just like you would use heavy sniper Mark II explosive ammo or explosive ammo in the pump action shotgun, or incendiary rounds on the heavy revolver, or, you know, even AP rounds, honestly, with Mark II ammo for different weapons and things like that. The railgun is going to be a super good tool to use to take down aircraft, and it's just as important as using explosive ammo. We're going to wrap things up right here. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Also, make sure to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. By the way, I'm starting to post some GTA 5 shorts that you guys see here on YouTube. I upload short form content every single day, usually 1 or 2 YouTube shorts per day. I'm starting to put those on TikTok as well, along with some original content. So if you want to get connected with the live streams, twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv is the place to be. And if you want some short form content, either YouTube shorts here on my YouTube channel, you could just check out the tab on my channel labeled shorts, or of course over on TikTok as well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the new GTA Online update news and information preview video. Adios, amigos.